talking to other people is a basic human behavior, and everyone have no problem with it. But to me, interacting with other people is so mentally challenging, bro. Like, you don't understand. Like, I'm always trying to avoid people at all costs, even though I have to go out to a meeting. It's really important. I have to interact with a lot of people. I always try ways to I always try to find ways to avoid it. I always try to, not talking to people whenever I could. Even when my mom forced me to go to, like the extra class that Asian kids usually taking for them to increase their knowledge even further, I usually skip them, even though my mom pays me so much money in order for me to go to those classes, because there are people that I didn't want to talk to there. And because of this fear, as a result, every day is a really bad day for me. Whenever I go to school, I would always look down to the ground whenever I was walking between people, right? I was so scared to look in their eyes because I know that it's really uncomfortable at first. And second, I have to interact with them, like say just basically like, hi, how you doing? Like, it's so scary to me. Like I live in, the fear of being judged and the fear of interacting with other human being for like my whole teenage years, bro. And because in this reality, I I'm not fulfilled, so I was escaping into another reality, the reality of the virtual world, of the internet, of video games and YouTube. And I'll find peace, I'll find, happiness there because, it avoids, it's devoid of any entities, it's devoid of any human beings that I threaten my peace. And so I live a long life like that. It feels so good, it feels so nice. But whenever I have to go outside and talk to people, it terrifies me a lot. It's like I'm not even scared of being judged. It's basically, you know, who I am. Like, it's probably not true, but when I was a kid, bro, I didn't talk much. I stay inside and play in the iPad for too much, and that's why I cannot talk to people normally. And I have a lot of past experience that people are making fun of my way of speaking, or the way I, you know, my voice, like the way I present myself to other people. And because of that, I'm not as open as before. I always try to avoid conversation because I know that it will trigger my fears, my traumas again, and I never want to experience that at all. So I keep doing what I'm doing. I'm still staying inside. I'm still, doing the things that a normal teenager shouldn't do. And the rest is it's really sad. When I reached 16 years old, I got into high school, and things is still like that. It's still, you know, still haven't changed that much. New people, same old me. But one day I came across a self improvement video that, you know, told me to overcome my fear. It's not like those performative self improvement habits like journal, cold showering, or meditation. It's not anything like that. It's just overcoming my fear. Just keep doing it, especially when I don't feel like it. And that sentence really resonate. It's really rooted in way deep too in my system. And I try to actively, you know, solve my fear, the fear of being judged, the fear of interacting with other people. Whenever I was in class, I was interacting more with the people that I know would wasn't liking me, but I do it anyway. I strike up more convos. I said hi to them. I interact with them more, and things haven't really changed. But I keep doing that, and even the friends outside of my class, and that is where things began to change. I met a really nice dude. He was into calisthenics, he was into gym, and we soon became best friends because we have a lot of things in common that in our school, like no kid in our school exercise or go to the gym or running or you know just doing calisthenics, and we both have the same you know habits, the same hobby that no one else have. So you know I made I just finally made a really good friend, and I realized that my fear isn't that real, bro. Like it's all in my head. What was the reason that I was terrified of human interaction? I still couldn't find it, and because it doesn't exist, it's all in my head. Maybe those experiences of being bullied, being crowned, maybe that's just because the kids are mean. Like we're just in secondary school. Their brain haven't been fully developed yet. So I think that is understandable, but I don't know. Bully is still not good by any means. So never bully anyone. And it's been a while since I started to change. It's been like 3 or 4 years now, and right now that fear is still in me. But I think that is everything is overall improved a lot. I've made a few decent like friends, not close friend or not even like friends that are talking to me regularly. I probably don't even have like any friends here. If you consider friends is like a standard friends, like just going out every day and have share common habits. But at least I talk to people. At least I try, and even though I fail miserably sometimes, or even sometimes I embarrass myself so hard, I still feel really happy because I've taken action. I'm not sitting here and just thinking about the possibility of being rejected, of being clown, of being made fun of. I experienced it. I I sometimes I do got clown, but it still traumatized me a lot. But I mean, whatever. I was being traumatized since I was like 10 or 11 years old, so it doesn't matter anymore. I can get a limited traumatization right now. I guess I'm kind of immune to it or desensitized to it. I guess. And but the point is that if you feel like your life is miserable right now, you just wanna quit. You just wanna end it all, bro. It's because you're afraid of many things. That I'm just a stranger to you, and I might not know anything about you, but there's one fact that I know that can really change your life is to overcome your fear. If your brain thinks something, do the opposite of that. If your brain's, hate going to the gym, go to it. If you really want to, if you really want to have a nice body, if you want to, increase your immune system or, be more healthy and active, do it. Do it because you can. Nothing will stop you except for you, right? And I wish you good luck, bro. If you decided to listen to me, I would really wish you the best of achieving your goals and dreams. Yeah, thank you for watching.